Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Monday, June 30th, 2025. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. It is good to be back in the weather lab, back from Boise. Hope you enjoyed all the insight with the American Meteorological Society broadcast and digital meteorology conference. It was a lot of fun, but now we're back home. And with it, a lot of stormy weather conditions, but also some good news for the holiday weekend that is on the way. Before we begin, though, please like, share, and subscribe. It actually helps the channel out quite a bit. I don't do a lot of flashy, over-the-top uh, titles and scare bait. So it actually helps quite a bit when you do like, share, and subscribe because it tells the algorithm, like, hey, I'd rather have this than some over-the-top nonsense by some guy who has no clue what they're talking about. So it actually helps quite a bit. And also, if you would like to help the channel out, additionally, you can become a premium consulting member, where we just did a video. In fact, it will be up in just a couple of minutes, where I went over the latest in the tropics, the long range forecast through August, and also the factors that are going to go into our severe thunderstorm potential for today and tomorrow and what locations I am concerned about. So definitely check that out, as it is a very, very well worthwhile information and video, and of course a lot of discussions, about 8 discussions a day. So there we go. So let's dive into the observations. That's what you came here for, the observations in the forecast. Right now, this morning, we have a stationary front hanging around the region. This stationary front is going to slowly lift northward as a warm front, but very, very slowly. And so as a result, over central New Jersey and the Philadelphia metro, we're going to have to really watch this frontal boundary because there's a lot of deep tropical moisture. Look at the difference. And the temperature wise, not really much of a difference, over the interior, lower to mid 70s in your suburbs, upper 70s to lower 80s throughout the region, lower to mid 80s in your urban areas. That's true either below or above the stationary front. The difference is the dew points. North of the stationary boundary, you're in the 60s. South of the stationary boundary, you're in the mid 70s. And trust me, you can feel the difference. So as this slowly lifts northward, tropical air will push along with it. And with it, that will spawn the potential for thunderstorms. And because these thunderstorms tend to move slowly, they could produce some pretty significant flash flooding. So I'm concerned about that for this afternoon and evening in this area specifically, central New Jersey and also the Philadelphia metro. We're going to have to watch this very carefully. And then those thunderstorms will lift northward into the New York City metro, and this frontal boundary back here will lift north as a warm front, opening up the potential for scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight. Not likely severe, but still capable of some very heavy downpours. So certainly an active part of the day here with this stationary boundary. And you can see here on the latest radar and surface map here from WeatherTap. And let's refresh this here real fast here. And away we go. And you can see the frontal boundary here stationary right now, but you can see with the showers pushing northward, you can see the future here with this frontal boundary becoming a warm front lifting northward. This wave of low pressure exits out with this heavier downpour and some severe thunderstorms in southern New Jersey earlier this morning around 4 or 5 a.m. That is pushing off the coast and gone. What we'll watch out for is more thunderstorms firing up back here. And of course, these thunderstorms lifting towards our neck of the woods. So a lot of activity to really cover. On the visible satellite picture, we just got a new piece of data just coming right in. And you can see some signs of that stationary front showing up here. You're going to get some cumulus showing up here, some stratus clouds along the frontal boundary. But the key word here is going to be the cumulus clouds starting to show up and pop up around the region, really starting to build up and tower in this tropical, unstable environment that will probably take shape here and then lift northward as the frontal boundary lifts northward. And then again, you can see the rest of the frontal boundary becoming more active and gradually pushing to the north. And then as we look back to the west, here is where our cold front is, way back here. Now, to the south, to the east of the cold front and to the south of the stationary boundary, you got all these little short waves here. So what's going to happen is that as this frontal boundary lifts northward, we'll get a trough, what we call a prefrontal trough, marching through tomorrow. That's going to open up the potential for some thunderstorms, and a few of them could be severe for tomorrow. Then this cold front finally moves through on Wednesday, And then we get this secondary cold front moving through on Thursday with the potential for thunderstorms each day, but more of a isolated to widely scattered nature. And then this sets in. This area of clear skies, comfortable weather conditions, seasonable temperatures for this time of year, perfect for heading to the beach and just in time for the holiday weekend. So I just want to show you the HRR guidance, and I was showing this in the premium discussion, but I also want to show you, probably see this as on the TV or whatnot as storm tracker or something like that, but it's just the HRR model, and it's free, so you can find it anywhere via NOAA. But you can see this potential here that I'm worried about down here, okay, for this evening. Again, this is around 5:45 p.m. This is showing up. Again, you don't take this verbatim, but you kind of get the idea here that, hey, a couple of these thunderstorms are going to be moving slowly. They're going to have a lot of moisture to tap with, and they can be a problem. And then tonight, here comes the next wave with the warm front lifting through. Again, I'm not looking at severe weather, but these thunderstorms will likely feature some very heavy downpours, and don't be surprised to get some vivid lightning as well, because when you have a high moisture content in the atmosphere, it produces more lightning. So certainly a very stormy period of weather for us. So let's dive into this forecast for today. Frontal boundary slowly lifting northward. Watch out for some isolated thunderstorms capable with some very heavy downpours. Other than that, mix of sun and clouds. More humid in the Philadelphia metro and southern New Jersey. Gradually becoming more humid in the New York City metro. Rather comfortable around the northern interior and around Connecticut. Look for high temperatures throughout the region in the mid to upper 80s over the interior and along the coast, upper 80s to lower 90s on the I-95 corridor. For tonight into tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms as the warm front lifts northward. Look for low temperatures in the lower to mid 70s throughout the region. For tomorrow afternoon, prefrontal trough moves through. Not a true cold front, but still capable of some showers and thunderstorms that could reach severe levels. Look for high temperatures throughout the region in the mid 80s and humid. For Wednesday, the initial cold front clears the coast, but we have another cold front that is behind it that will again produce the potential for some isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Keyword here is isolated, mostly just a mix of sun and clouds, with low temperatures on Wednesday ranging from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, upper 60s to lower 70s in your suburbs, and lower to mid 70s in your urban areas. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 80s over the northern interior, mid to upper 80s along the coast, and upper 80s to lower 90s on the I-95 corridor. On Thursday, another frontal boundary moves through. This is the final one with the potential for a few scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Look for low temperatures on Thursday ranging from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, upper 60s to lower 70s in your suburbs, lower 70s in your urban areas. High temperatures will range from the mid to upper 70s over the northern interior, lower to mid 80s along the coast. Now on Friday, 4th of July, Independence Day, high pressure in control. Look for scattered cloud cover, low temperatures, much lower humidity in the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, lower to mid 60s in your suburbs, mid to upper 60s in your urban areas. High temperatures will range from the mid to upper 70s over the northern interior, upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast. I mean, not bad. Perfect weather to go to the beach and enjoy it, have a barbecue, whatnot, shoot some fireworks off. On Saturday, high pressure and complete control, and same thing for Sunday with excellent weather conditions. Now, low temperatures on Saturday will range from the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, mid 60s along the coast. High temperatures in the lower to mid 80s over the interior and along the coast, mid to upper 80s on the I-95 corridor. On Sunday, look for low temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 60s over the northern interior, upper 60s to lower 70s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the mid to upper 80s over the interior and along the coast, upper 80s to lower 90s on the I-95 corridor. And next Monday, a cold front will swing through the region with scattered showers and a few isolated thunderstorms. Look for low temperatures in the lower 70s, high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. That is your forecast discussion for today. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.